if we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land, we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more...
You can't know that, and yet the indigenous wisdom keepers are telling you that. If you come to this country and the Aborigines say, oh, we've been here for X amount of years, and you say, oh, no, you haven't, we're going to rewrite that 200 years or whatever. Does that gel? Does that hold water? No, it doesn't. If the indigenous wisdom keepers tell you that they go back 65,000 years in this current consciousness wave, then what's Rome telling us that the pyramids and everything were built only 4,000 years ago? Check out the work of Robert Schoch, John Anthony West, Graham Hancock, Robert Bauval. Check out all those guys, what they know. Stephen Miller. I'm going to Egypt in October to talk there, to do some presentations with the Commission School of Ancient Mysticism. The flyers are at the front. And they are the indigenous wisdom keepers. So, but what happened 4,000 or 5,000 years ago was a lot of corruption over here, the Ammon priesthood, which has now morphed into the little country up here in the hills in the Alps called Switzerland. Schwesterland, the land of the sisters. Who would those sisters be, I wonder? Because Swiss comes from les sœurs d'ici. Sœur, I got that wrong, haven't I? My French is not too good. But les sœurs, the sisters of Isis. Those banksters that got corrupt, the priesthood of Ammon-Ra. And Akhenaten tried to change all that, Akhenaten, 3,500 years ago in the 18th dynasty. But the corruption was so heavy, these guys controlled the Suez Canal. Suez Canal. Zeus. Backward. Zeus backwards. They controlled the trading here. Then there was the Phoenicians over here. And check out the work of David Icke because he's spot on the money. You know how he's gone around and he's discovered the Phoenician connection. You know that flag, the flag that the British use? What's that one called? Yeah, well anyway, they've got the Union Jack, but they've got this flag too, yeah? Right? The Knights Templar flag and everything like that. That comes from Phoenicia, these guys, right here. These guys here were very into commerce. You see, when you go to court today, you're doing commerce. It's all about commerce. These guys, the Phoenicians, the word phony, you know, when someone's a phony, that comes from Phoenicia, because they are phonies. And you get phonetics, language, because these were the alphabet people, right? They gave the alphabet, the current form of alphabet, went to Greece and then Rome, but it comes from Phoenicia, Tyre. This city was so dangerous that the Assyrians and the Babylonians and the Greeks everybody hated these people. They were killers. They used to do tin trading with England. Thousands of years ago, 3,000 years ago. There's evidence that they went to the Americas, these people. They controlled the whole Mediterranean. They set up Carthage. Rome destroyed Carthage because of these bastards. Sennacherib, a king of Assyria, and Esarhaddon, his son, and Ashurbanipal, 2,700 years ago, had a go at destroying Tyre. They had a city out in the Mediterranean Sea, and there was a causeway and all the boats came here. They controlled the seas, commerce. This is where our commerce comes from. Then Nebuchadnezzar destroyed it after Sennacherib, Esarhaddon, and Ashurbanipal had a go. Then Alexander the Great dealt with them. We're talking big, big rulers. that tried to get rid of these people because they were controlling everything. They controlled all of this, Sicily. The Greeks controlled this part. They controlled many, many cities. Eventually they came over here to Venice. And the Phoenicians are the Venetians. I hope I've spelt that right. Venetians, Phoenicians, these are the black nobility. When Rome was sacked, most of them went here. And where did they found Venice? On the water, just like they did. Copycats, aren't they? Same people. And these guys, then they married into all the royal bloodlines, the blue bloods in Europe with their money, because these are the gold bullion people, the commerce people. And these people founded the Jesuits. The Jesuits run the world. Scum of the earth, killers, murderers, blood-guilty dogs, killing our children. They run people trafficking, drug trafficking, the lot of it. And Queen Elizabeth is one of them. She's a bloodthirsty, evil entity. You got no idea. And people go to see Prince William. Oh, Prince William, they're crying and they're falling over. If only they knew that these people are killers. There's so much blood guilt that this family carries that even the Bible says that the smell of the blood of the death of all of God's witnesses go up to his nose, and the stench of the blood of these people. Blood, blood, blood.
Nothing is impossible if you do it. Make your dreams come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.